It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the Buccaneers' versatile running back. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Bucs and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. On second down and 4. Lawrence looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Now Lawrence on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Russell Gage, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on, set.
On third down, Lawrence. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can 10, 12.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And he fends him off. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender,
so a big 3rd down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
we don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing.
All right, it's time for this big O-line and the playmakers to take control of this game as we get down toward the end. 2nd down, back to Sanders. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a carry for Sanders. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They'll run at Sanders. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. It's a second down run with Sanders. And some room to run now. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Running right, here's Sanders. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run with Sanders. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Dallas, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2.